As a retired doctor with decades of experience in men's health, I've witnessed firsthand the struggles that many men face as they grow older. The truth is, aging is often blamed for the physical and emotional changes we experience. But what if I told you that some of the issues you're dealing with right now aren't solely the result of aging? What if these struggles, low energy, lack of vitality, declining sexual health could be improved significantly with simple changes? I've worked with countless men who thought their best years were behind them. But after addressing a few key factors, their energy, intimacy, and confidence were restored. For so many men over 60, the frustrations of aging are more than just physical, they are deeply emotional. Imagine waking up each day with a lingering sense of tiredness, a body that doesn't respond the way it used to, and a growing distance from the people you love. It's not just about feeling older, it's about feeling disconnected from who you once were, from the vibrancy and strength that defined you. I've seen men like this, men who feel trapped in their own bodies, as if they're watching their lives slip away with each passing year. They start to withdraw, not because they want to, but because their bodies simply aren't responding the way they used to. They wonder, is this it? Is this how the rest of my life will be? But here's the thing that many doctors won't tell you: aging isn't always the villain. Sure, time takes its toll on our bodies, but many of the changes we experience are linked to something much simpler and, more importantly, fixable: vitamin deficiencies. That's right, 3 specific vitamins that are crucial for maintaining energy, vitality, and performance, especially for men over 60. These vitamins, often overlooked or underappreciated, can make all the difference in the way you feel, the way you move, and the way you connect with your loved ones. I want to take a moment to share with you what I've learned in my career. I've seen how a simple change in diet, a few thoughtful supplements, and some basic lifestyle adjustments can reverse the downward spiral of aging, restoring energy, clarity, and yes, even intimacy. But here's the kicker: most men are not lacking in desire. They're lacking in circulation, stamina, and hormonal support. And the best part is, these deficiencies don't have to be permanent. In fact, the solution may not lie in a pharmacy or a prescription drug, but in your kitchen, in the foods you eat, and the vitamins you can start incorporating today. Before we dive into the specifics, let me ask you a question. If you could regain the energy and vitality you had in your 30s or 40s, would you be willing to make a few small changes in your daily routine? Imagine waking up with a renewed sense of energy, feeling confident again in the bedroom, and reconnecting with your spouse in a way you thought was long gone. It's not just a fantasy, it's possible, and I'm here to show you how. But before we continue, I want you to take a moment to hit the subscribe button and turn on the notification bell. This way, you won't miss any of the vital health tips I'll be sharing. Tips specifically designed for men over 60. If this message resonates with you, if you're ready to take control of your health again, type 1 in the comments below. If this doesn't speak to you, type 0. And let me know what else you'd like to hear about so I can make this content even more helpful for you. Now, let's get into it. Let's talk about the 3 vitamins that every man over 60 should be focusing on, and how they can transform your energy, your vitality, and your overall quality of life. But before we do that, I want you to think about one thing. What if I told you that the reason you feel tired, unmotivated, and disconnected isn't age? It's a simple deficiency, one that can be corrected easily with the right steps. Would you be open to making a change? I'll leave that thought with you for now. But trust me, by the end of this video, you'll see a completely new perspective on aging and how you can fight back against the wear and tear of time. So stay with me and let's uncover the secrets that can help you restore your health and confidence. As a retired doctor with over 40 years of experience in treating men's health, I've seen firsthand how aging can challenge a man's body. But through all my years of practice, there's one thing that I've come to realize: it's not always aging that's to blame. In many cases, the source of the problem is something far simpler: nutrient deficiencies, particularly in key vitamins that our bodies need to thrive. So many men over 60 struggle with low energy, a decrease in stamina, and even sexual dysfunction. And more often than not, these issues can be traced back to deficiencies in 3 vital vitamins: vitamin D, vitamin B12, and vitamin E. When I look back at my career, I can recall countless men who thought their best days were behind them. They were tired, sluggish, and felt disconnected from their wives, from their own bodies. And yet, when we addressed these deficiencies and restored the balance of these essential nutrients, I watched their energy, confidence, and vitality return. Let me take you through each of these vitamins and explain why they are so crucial in helping you feel like yourself again, strong, capable, and energized. Vitamin D, often referred to as the sunshine vitamin, is the first and most important vitamin to focus on. I remember treating a 67-year-old patient named John who came to me frustrated. "Doc, I still love my wife, but my body just doesn't want to cooperate anymore. I'm tired all the time, and when we try to be intimate, I can't even keep up," he told me. At first, I thought it was just the wear and tear of age. But after running some tests, we discovered that John had a severe vitamin D deficiency. This vitamin plays a crucial role in blood circulation, and without it, your blood vessels simply can't function properly. When your circulation is compromised, not only does your energy tank, but you also begin to lose that spark both emotionally and physically. Vitamin D helps to open up blood vessels and supports the flow of oxygen-rich blood throughout your body, including the areas that matter most. Without it, the body becomes sluggish, and you start feeling disconnected, exhausted, and frustrated. But the good news is, correcting this deficiency is relatively simple. John started spending just 20 minutes each morning in the sunlight, and we added a high-quality vitamin D3 supplement to his routine. Within a few weeks, he noticed a remarkable improvement. His energy increased, and he felt reconnected to his wife. His circulation improved, and even his sense of well-being began to rise. Now let's talk about vitamin B12. This is the vitamin that I often see overlooked in older men, yet it plays an essential role in energy production and overall stamina. I recall a 72-year-old patient, Bill, a retired firefighter who always seemed to be running on empty. He would tell me, "Doc, I'm doing everything right, eating well, getting sleep, but I still feel drained. I just don't have the energy I used to have. And when it comes to intimacy, I don't feel like myself anymore." After we ran some tests, it turned out that Bill was severely deficient in vitamin B12. This vitamin is crucial because it helps convert the food you eat into usable energy. Without B12, the body struggles to produce the red blood cells necessary to transport oxygen throughout the body, leaving you feeling fatigued, weak, and mentally foggy. Vitamin B12 is one of the most important nutrients for older adults because it helps your brain function, supports your muscles, and ensures that you have the energy to live life fully. As we age, our bodies become less efficient at absorbing B12, even if we're eating foods like meat, eggs, and dairy. This is why so many men in their 60s and beyond feel sluggish and mentally clouded. Bill began supplementing with B12, and in just a few weeks, his mental clarity returned. He started feeling sharper, more present with his family, and his energy levels skyrocketed. And perhaps most importantly, he regained the intimacy with his wife that he thought was gone forever. It was one of the most gratifying transformations I've seen in my career. Finally, we have vitamin E, which is often associated with skin health and fertility, but it has a far more powerful impact than most realize. Vitamin E is a natural antioxidant, and as we age, it becomes crucial for protecting our blood vessels, reducing inflammation, and even supporting testosterone production. I'll never forget a 70-year-old patient named Steve, who was a retired airline pilot. Steve was in great shape. He exercised regularly, ate well, and was still very active. Yet he felt disconnected from his body, drained of energy, and was struggling with his mood and motivation. He told me, "I eat healthy, I stay active, but I just don't feel like the man I used to be." When we tested his vitamin E levels, we found that they were dangerously low. As a result, his testosterone production had slowed and his circulation had weakened. Vitamin E is crucial because it helps maintain healthy blood flow and protects the body from oxidative stress, which causes inflammation. As inflammation builds in the body, testosterone production dips and energy levels plummet. The good news is that getting vitamin E back into your system is fairly simple. Steve began incorporating more almonds, sunflower seeds, and leafy greens into his diet, and we added a high-quality vitamin E supplement. Over time, he noticed a shift. His energy came back. His mood improved, and most importantly, his intimacy with his partner was restored. You may be wondering how these vitamins work together, and if they truly are the magic solution to feeling like yourself again. The truth is, they do work in synergy. It's not just about one vitamin working alone, but about how they support each other and create a balanced, healthy system. Vitamin D opens up the blood vessels. Vitamin B12 ensures the blood cells are healthy and oxygenated. And vitamin E helps to protect and nourish the vessels that carry the blood. Together, these vitamins create a perfect harmony in your body, boosting circulation, energy, and hormone levels. It's like putting all the pieces of a puzzle together. Each vitamin plays its part, but when you combine them, the results are extraordinary. I've seen men who have been struggling with their health for years come back to life after taking these simple steps. Their confidence, intimacy, and vitality are restored, and they feel like they've reclaimed their health. So, if you're struggling with low energy, poor circulation, or feeling like you've lost your spark, consider adding these 3 essential vitamins, vitamin D, vitamin B12, and vitamin E, to your daily routine. You'd be amazed at the difference they can make in your life. It's not about age, it's about giving your body what it needs to function at its best. In my years of practice, I've learned that the most effective treatments are often the simplest. These vitamins can make a significant difference in your health, and I've seen the proof in the patients who trusted the process. You deserve to feel strong, vibrant, and connected to the life you've worked hard to build. And with these 3 essential vitamins, you can... Let's not let aging be the reason we feel less than our best. It's time to take control of your health, restore your vitality, and live the life you deserve. You've got the power to make that change today. As a doctor with decades of experience, I've seen the power of simple solutions to complex problems. Over my career, one of the most important things I've learned is that the human body is a delicate system, where everything is interconnected. When it comes to health, particularly in older men, the balance between different nutrients, vitamins, minerals, and hormones can make all the difference. And this is where the synergy of 3 essential vitamins, vitamin D, vitamin B12, and vitamin E, becomes truly powerful. You see, when you approach these vitamins individually, you may experience some benefits. But when they are combined in the right way, the results are nothing short of transformative. These vitamins do not just work in isolation. They work together, each enhancing the effectiveness of the others. Let me share with you a story to illustrate just how powerful this synergy is. A few years ago, I had a patient named Tom. He was a retired teacher in his late 60s, someone who had lived an active life but now felt as though his best days were behind him. He was experiencing fatigue, low energy, and a decline in his libido. When he first came to see me, he told me, "Doc, I feel like I'm fading away. My body doesn't feel like it belongs to me anymore. I've tried all kinds of things, but nothing seems to work." Tom's blood tests showed some troubling signs of deficiencies. Most notably, he had low levels of vitamin D, B12, and E. We started him on a routine to restore these 3 key vitamins, and over the course of a few months, Tom began to feel like a new man. What I want to emphasize here is that it wasn't just one vitamin that made the difference for Tom. It was the way these vitamins worked together to restore his vitality. First, let's start with vitamin D. Vitamin D is often called the sunshine vitamin, but it does far more than help your body absorb calcium for bone health. What many don't realize is that vitamin D plays a crucial role in blood circulation. When we're low on vitamin D, our blood vessels become less responsive, reducing the flow of oxygen-rich blood throughout the body. This can lead to fatigue, difficulty in maintaining energy, and a decrease in overall vitality. But here's where the magic happens. Vitamin D doesn't work alone. Enter vitamin B12, the energy generator. As I mentioned before, B12 plays a critical role in converting the food we eat into usable energy. It also supports the production of red blood cells, which carry oxygen throughout your body. But when your vitamin D is low, as in Tom's case, B12 struggles to do its job. Vitamin D helps maintain the flexibility of blood vessels, ensuring that oxygen-rich blood can flow efficiently, which allows vitamin B12 to work more effectively in supporting your energy levels. Now, when you add vitamin E into the mix, you're taking the synergy to the next level. Vitamin E is not only an antioxidant that protects against oxidative stress and inflammation, but it also helps to protect the blood vessels from damage, ensuring that the oxygen-rich blood flows smoothly. This is especially important for older men, as inflammation tends to increase with age, and it can negatively affect circulation. Vitamin E's ability to protect the blood vessels ensures that your body's circulation system is functioning properly, which is key for both energy and sexual performance. Together, these 3 vitamins, vitamin D, B12, and E, create what I like to call the vitality triangle. Vitamin D helps open up the blood vessels. Vitamin B12 supports the production of red blood cells and energy. And vitamin E nourishes the blood vessels, ensuring that everything works in harmony. This trio works synergistically, amplifying each other's effects and creating a ripple effect throughout the body. I remember a conversation I had with David, another patient, a 65-year-old man who had been feeling increasingly tired and disconnected from his body. He had no energy, no drive, and struggled with intimacy. His blood tests showed deficiencies in all three vitamins, vitamin D, B12, and E. We started him on a regimen of these vitamins, and within weeks, David reported feeling a profound shift. His energy levels were higher, his mood was better, and his performance in the bedroom had improved. But what struck me the most was that he said, "Doc, I feel like I've got my life back. I feel like I'm alive again." That is the power of synergy. These vitamins don't just work independently, they support and amplify each other's functions. Without vitamin D, B12 struggles to reach its full potential. Without B12, the body doesn't have the energy it needs to maintain vitality. Without vitamin E, the blood vessels that carry the oxygen and nutrients that these vitamins provide become vulnerable. But when combined, these three vitamins work together to improve circulation, boost energy, reduce inflammation, and support testosterone production. It's a powerful combination that restores balance to your body. What's even more remarkable is that this synergy doesn't just impact physical health. It impacts mental and emotional well-being as well. By restoring energy and vitality, these vitamins help men feel more confident, more connected to their partners, and more engaged in life. As we age, we often feel disconnected from the person we once were. We feel weaker, tired, and as though our best years are behind us. But by restoring these key nutrients, we can regain the strength, energy, and confidence that define us. The beauty of this synergy is that it's not just for one area of life, it affects everything. It's not just about regaining strength for physical activity, it's about regaining strength for living. It's about being able to wake up in the morning feeling rested, energetic, and ready to take on the day. It's about feeling strong and confident again, not just physically, but mentally and emotionally as well. When you combine vitamin D, B12, and E in the right proportions, you are giving your body the fuel it needs to perform at its best, and that includes your emotional and mental health. If you've been struggling with low energy, poor circulation, or lack of vitality, this is the combination you need. These vitamins work in harmony to address the root causes of many common problems faced by men over 60. It's a natural, simple way to restore your health, and I've seen it work time and time again. It's not a quick fix, and it's not a miracle cure, but it is a solution that, when used correctly, can transform the way you feel. So if you want to feel like yourself again, strong, confident, and energized, consider adding these three essential vitamins into your daily routine. They don't just support your body. They support your sense of self, your relationships, and your overall well-being. The synergy of vitamin D, B12, and E is a game changer, and it's something I've seen work wonders for so many men. Trust me, the best is yet to come, and it all starts with these three powerful vitamins working together to restore your vitality. As a doctor who has spent decades treating men's health, one of the most common mistakes I've witnessed, particularly among men over 60, is the misguided belief that simply taking supplements will solve all their health problems. This mindset is so prevalent, yet it's one of the most detrimental approaches when it comes to maintaining health as we age. In my years of practice, I have seen countless men walking through my office door with bags of supplements they purchased from discount stores or online, hoping to find a miracle solution for their fatigue, low energy, and declining vitality. But unfortunately, this approach rarely works. The problem is not that supplements themselves are bad. It's the way they are taken, the quality of the supplements, and the lack of consistency that often cause disappointment. I have had men come to me just like James, a 68-year-old man who had been trying to restore his energy for months by taking a variety of vitamins. "I've been on all these supplements, but I still feel tired and nothing seems to change," he told me, his voice tinged with frustration. James had been taking some of the most common over-the-counter supplements, hoping they would provide the energy boost he so desperately needed. But despite his good intentions, the results were nowhere to be found. Why? The answer lies in a number of factors, most notably the quality of the supplements and the inconsistency with which they were being taken. You see, the truth is, not all supplements are created equal. Many men, in their desperation, go for the cheapest option available, not realizing that quality matters far more than cost when it comes to supplements. The body doesn't simply absorb any form of a nutrient in the same way. For example, with vitamin B12, many generic supplements use a form called cyanocobalamin, which is poorly absorbed by older adults. What James needed was methylcobalamin, the active form of B12 that the body can more easily utilize. But because he chose a cheap supplement, his body couldn't make use of it. And this wasn't an isolated incident. This mistake is repeated time and time again. Similarly, when it comes to vitamin D, many men believe that taking any form of vitamin D will do the trick. However, D2 is commonly found in cheaper supplements, and it is far less effective than D3. Vitamin D3 is the form that your body can use most efficiently, and it's the one you should look for in supplements. In fact, many men who buy low-cost vitamin D supplements are left wondering why they still feel sluggish and tired. The answer is simple. They're not getting the right type of vitamin D, and as a result, their body isn't benefiting from the supplement the way it should. Another critical mistake I see is the inconsistency in taking supplements. Many men start off strong, enthusiastically adding vitamins to their daily routine, but then life gets busy and the supplements are forgotten or put aside. I've had patients like Gary, a 72-year-old retired accountant, who would take his supplements sporadically, only to come back months later and express disappointment when he hadn't noticed any change. "Doc, I've been taking them, but I don't feel any different," he said. When we discussed his routine, it became clear that he was only taking his vitamins once or twice a week, whenever he remembered. But supplements work best when taken consistently, day after day, as part of a steady routine. This inconsistency can prevent your body from receiving the full benefits of the nutrients it desperately needs. Taking supplements without understanding how they interact with your body is another mistake I see frequently. For instance, many men don't realize that vitamins like vitamin D need fat to be properly absorbed. If you're taking vitamin D with a low-fat meal or on an empty stomach, your body won't absorb it as effectively. The same goes for vitamin E, which is a fat-soluble vitamin. If you're taking vitamin E without any fat in your meal, your body won't be able to absorb it properly. These are the kinds of simple yet crucial mistakes that can sabotage your efforts to restore your health and vitality. Furthermore, I've seen men who rely on supplements alone, without making necessary lifestyle changes to support their health. Supplements should never replace a balanced diet, regular physical activity, or a healthy lifestyle. In fact, I often find that the men who experience the most significant improvements in their health are those who not only take the right vitamins but also adopt healthier habits, such as eating nutrient-dense foods, getting enough exercise, and managing stress. Supplements should be seen as a supplement to, not a replacement for, a healthy lifestyle. It's the combination of both proper nutrition and supplements that truly allows your body to thrive. But here's where it gets tricky. Just because a supplement is expensive or advertised as premium, doesn't mean it's the right choice for you. I've had patients like Victor, a 70-year-old retired lawyer, who spend hundreds of dollars on expensive supplements with little to no results. The problem wasn't the price of the supplements. It was that they were still the wrong kind of supplements for his specific needs. The key is to understand that supplements should be tailored to your individual health concerns and needs. This is why it's so important to work with a healthcare provider who understands your specific situation and can help guide you toward the right choices. In all my years of practice, I've learned one important lesson. It's not just about the supplements you take, it's about how you take them. The quality, consistency, and right combination of vitamins are essential. But perhaps most importantly, it's about understanding that supplements are only one part of the equation. If you're looking to regain your energy, vitality, and confidence, don't rely on supplements alone. Make them part of a holistic approach that includes a healthy diet, regular exercise, and a balanced lifestyle. I've watched so many men transform their lives by simply adjusting their supplement routine and their daily habits. They started taking the right vitamins in the right amounts, consistently and correctly, and began to see real, tangible results. They felt more energized, more connected to their partners, and more present in their lives. But this didn't happen overnight. It took patience, consistency, and the willingness to make small but significant changes. So, if you're taking supplements but not seeing the results you hoped for, it's time to take a step back and reassess. Are you choosing high-quality supplements? Are you taking them consistently? Are you considering how they interact with your body? And most importantly, are you supporting your supplement routine with a healthy lifestyle? Don't make the mistake of thinking that just taking supplements will solve everything. The road to better health is a combination of the right nutrients, the right habits, and the right mindset. It's about understanding that restoring your vitality doesn't require a miracle, it requires a plan that works for you, tailored to your body's needs. And when you get it right, the results are truly life-changing. As a doctor with years of experience in men's health, I've witnessed firsthand the powerful transformations that can happen when a man adopts a simple but effective daily routine. Over my career, I've seen countless patients struggle with their energy, vitality, and overall well-being as they age. And time and again, I've found that the key to restoring their health wasn't necessarily complex or overwhelming. It wasn't a magic pill or a miracle supplement, it was a steady, consistent routine that addressed the root causes of their decline. I remember George, a 68-year-old retiree who came to me exhausted and disconnected from life. His energy levels were at an all-time low, and he felt disconnected from his wife and family. He tried every supplement under the sun, but nothing seemed to make a lasting impact. His frustration was palpable. "Doc," he said, "I'm tired of feeling like this. I want to feel like myself again." It was clear that George had lost his vitality. He was missing that drive, that spark, and nothing he had tried so far seemed to restore it. What I suggested to George wasn't something revolutionary. It wasn't about adding more pills to his daily routine or jumping into an intense workout program. Instead, I focused on a simple yet powerful daily routine that would nourish his body and mind. One that could be easily integrated into his life without adding more stress or complexity. I told him to take things one step at a time, focusing on consistency, balance, and the fundamentals of healthy living. I asked George to follow 3 main principles every day: hydration, nutrition, and movement. These principles, when followed consistently, would not only improve his physical health, but also restore his sense of vitality. Let me walk you through this daily routine, one that I've recommended to many patients, with remarkable results. Start the day with hydration. The first thing your body needs when you wake up is water. I know it sounds simple, but after hours of sleep, your body is dehydrated, and it's crucial to rehydrate as soon as you get up. Dehydration is one of the main causes of fatigue, lack of focus, and sluggishness. I've seen countless men come to me complaining of low energy, only to find that they weren't drinking enough water. Our bodies are made up of over 60% water, and we need it to function properly. Dehydration can make you feel tired, foggy, and disconnected from your body. So the first thing I recommend to all my patients is to drink a full glass of water as soon as they wake up. Next, follow that glass of water with a healthy breakfast. But here's the important part: make sure it's a balanced breakfast that provides the right fuel to kickstart your day. I've had patients like James, a 72-year-old retired accountant, who would skip breakfast or rely on sugary cereal or coffee. But when James switched to a breakfast that included protein, healthy fats, and fiber, he noticed a significant difference in his energy levels. I recommend starting your day with something that includes a protein-rich food, like eggs or Greek yogurt, along with a serving of healthy fats, such as avocado or nuts, and some fiber from whole grains or fruits. This combination provides your body with the fuel it needs to keep going throughout the morning without crashing. In addition to hydration and a healthy breakfast, the third principle is movement. Physical activity is absolutely essential for maintaining energy levels, especially as we age. I know it can be hard to find the motivation to exercise when you're feeling tired, but I've seen firsthand how even a short walk or a few minutes of stretching can make a world of difference. Movement doesn't have to mean hitting the gym or running marathons. It can be something as simple as a 15-minute walk outside, stretching for a few minutes in the morning, or doing some light yoga. The goal isn't to overexert yourself. It's to get your body moving and your blood flowing. For George, I suggested a short, brisk walk each morning before breakfast. The fresh air, the movement, and the sunlight worked wonders for him. Within just a few weeks, he began to feel more energized, less fatigued, and more connected to his body. His confidence improved, and he was able to engage more with his family and his wife. Another important part of the daily routine I suggest is taking the right supplements, but not overloading on them. Supplements are meant to complement your diet, not replace it. When George came to me, he had been taking various vitamins and supplements that were either low quality or not suited for his specific needs. I guided him toward the right supplements to address his deficiencies: vitamin D, B12, and E, ensuring that he was getting high-quality products that would support his energy, circulation, and overall health. The key to supplements is consistency and quality. I can't stress enough how important it is to choose supplements that are bioavailable, meaning they are in a form that your body can actually use. Once you've got the basics: hydration, nutrition, movement, and supplements, you need to focus on getting enough sleep. Sleep is your body's natural recovery process, and it's during sleep that your body rebuilds, regenerates, and restores its energy. Lack of sleep can undo all the hard work you put in during the day, whether it's through exercise, healthy eating, or taking supplements. I've had patients like Tom, a 65-year-old former mechanic, who didn't realize the profound effect that poor sleep was having on his health. He'd wake up feeling more tired than when he went to bed, thinking it was just a normal part of aging. But once we made sleep a priority, Tom noticed a remarkable improvement in his overall energy and vitality. I recommend that my patients establish a consistent sleep routine, aiming for at least 7 to 8 hours of restful sleep each night. This simple change can make a world of difference in how you feel. Finally, the most important aspect of this daily routine is consistency. I can't emphasize enough how critical it is to make these changes a daily habit. The results come not from sporadic efforts or from trying to force a quick fix, but from making small, consistent changes that add up over time. As you age, your body doesn't bounce back as quickly as it once did, but with steady care and attention, you can restore your energy, confidence, and vitality. When I saw George again after a few months, he looked like a completely different person. He was more alert, more active, and most importantly, he had a renewed sense of self. His relationship with his wife blossomed, and he felt more engaged with his family and friends. All of this came from following a simple, consistent routine. I believe every man over 60 deserves to feel like himself again. With the right routine, it's not only possible, it's achievable. Start with the basics. Hydrate. Nourish your body with the right foods. Move your body every day. Take the right supplements and get enough sleep. And most importantly, stay consistent. It's not about perfection. It's about making small, meaningful changes that will restore your vitality, one day at a time. So if you're feeling disconnected from your body, tired, or lacking energy, don't wait for a miracle. Start today. It's never too late to take control of your health, and with a simple daily routine, you can feel stronger, more energized, and more alive than ever before. You just have to take the first step. As we've discussed throughout this video, aging often brings about challenges that many men over 60 face: low energy, lack of vitality, and a disconnect from the vibrant life they once enjoyed. These changes are often mistakenly attributed solely to the natural process of aging. But the reality is that many of these issues stem from something far simpler and more fixable: nutrient deficiencies. Vitamin D, B12, and E are crucial to maintaining energy, circulation, and hormonal balance. However, addressing these deficiencies doesn't require complicated drugs or complex treatments. It can start with something as simple as adjusting your daily routine and supplementing these vital nutrients. The transformation I've seen in countless patients over the years proves that taking the right steps toward restoring these vitamins can lead to remarkable results. A steady routine of proper hydration, nutrition, regular movement, and consistent supplementation can work wonders. But perhaps the most important takeaway here is the power of consistency. It's not about radical, overnight changes or a quick fix. It's about making small, deliberate changes every day that add up over time. As a doctor who has worked with men in their later years, I can tell you that one of the most rewarding aspects of my career has been seeing the positive impact of these simple changes. Men who came to me feeling tired, worn out, and disconnected from their lives found new energy and purpose by incorporating these vitamins into their routines and committing to healthier habits. They weren't just improving their physical health, they were regaining their confidence, intimacy, and overall joy in life. That's the power of taking small, consistent steps toward restoring your vitality. This journey toward feeling your best isn't just about aging gracefully. It's about taking control of your health, understanding what your body needs, and nourishing it with the right nutrients. I've seen men who thought they were beyond recovery rediscover a sense of vitality that they never thought possible. It's never too late to take action and make positive changes in your life. The key is consistency, knowledge, and a willingness to put in the effort. With the right support and the right routine, you can feel like yourself again, strong, confident, and energized. The lesson I want to leave you with is simple: your health is in your hands. You have the power to restore your vitality, no matter your age. By focusing on the 3 essential vitamins: vitamin D, B12, And E, and adopting a routine that supports your body's natural rhythms. You can unlock the energy and confidence that may have seemed lost. It's all about starting today, making small changes, and sticking with them. So here's my question for you. What's one small change you can make today to start restoring your vitality? Whether it's improving your diet, taking that first step toward regular movement, or committing to consistent supplementation, I'd love to hear your thoughts. Please leave your response in the comments below, and let's start a conversation about how we can all take control of our health and improve our lives. Also, if this video has been helpful to you, please consider subscribing to my channel. Your support means the world to me and helps me continue creating valuable content that can make a real difference in your life. I'm an older man myself, and I'm dedicated to sharing the knowledge I've accumulated over the years to help others live healthier, more fulfilling lives. A small donation, no matter how little, can go a long way in supporting this channel and encouraging me to keep creating helpful content. Your support keeps me motivated to continue sharing my expertise for the benefit of others. Thank you for taking the time to watch, and I look forward to hearing from you in the comments. Let's keep this conversation going, and together, let's take the first steps toward a healthier, more vibrant life.